A bizarre, brawling end to Toronto Maple Leafs' 4-1 win over the Rangers last night couldn't hide the fact that the Leafs were by far the more effective team. The Leafs' victory tied the best-of-7 Eastern Division semifinal at 1-1. The third and fourth games, of course, will be played in Toronto Saturday and Sunday. Paul Henderson scored twice, his third and fourth goals in 2 games of the quarterfinal, and Dave Keon shot his third, assisted on another by Gary Monahan. Former Leaf Tim Horton got the Ranger goal late in the second period, but by that point Toronto was already ahead by 3. This game will be remembered for the mob scenes that rivaled Times Square on St. Patrick's Day. Vic Hadfield tossing Bernie Parent's goalie mask into the crowd, and Frank King Clancy, the Leafs' 68-year-old vice president, running from the opposite side of the rink to retrieve Plant's mask. Clancy didn't succeed in his quest and was escorted back to his seat by 4 Madison Square Garden police officers. When Plant's mask couldn't be retrieved from a very raucous crowd of 17,250, Bernie was unable to continue without any facial protection. So Leaf coach John McClellan replaced his goaltender for the final 4 minutes and 8 seconds. The Hockey Night in Canada telecast of this one was actually really interesting, and I thought well done by announcers Bill Hewitt and Bob Goldham. For a good, maybe 2-3 minutes, there was no commentary at all from either of Goldham or Hewitt. They just sat back like the rest of us and watched the foolishness of the fighting that took place on the ice. Of course, the Rangers were trying to send a message that with the Leafs leading at that point, they weren't going to take anything from anybody. And so, of course, Vic Hadfield, the big tough guy, started things off by taking on Jimmy Harrison. And eventually, everybody ended up on the ice. We will let Bob Goldham kind of comment on what he thought. Now, Bob Goldham was a great hockey player, a wonderful defenseman, and I thought in his commentary he showed he knew the game of hockey as well as anyone who ever was a player who provided color commentary for broadcast. Far better than anything we listened to 50 years later. But listen to Bob and Bill as well as they comment about Parent's mask being thrown into the spectators.
In the midst of all that fracas, Bill, one of the Ranger players threw Bernie Parent's face mask up into the crowd, and I doubt very much if he'll get it back, and I just wonder if the goaltenders carry a spare mask. I would imagine they do, but...
Well, let's hope he gets it back, because, you get used to one mask, and...
That's Bernie Parent trying to tell referee Lloyd Gilmore.
Well, the police are moving in and trying to find it. Quite a congregation over by the boards there. There must be at least 15 or 20 policemen there now, at least.
Well, I'm still trying to figure out what all this fighting proves. We had a pretty good hockey game going along here till this broke out. Lots of good end-to-end rush, lots of good goaltending, good shooting, and then all of a sudden it developed into that Pier 5 thing, and it still hasn't accomplished anything or proven anything. And Frank King Clancy is down there now trying. There he is, leaning over the boards. You can see him there beside the policeman pointing and talking to someone out there. And I guess it's regarding Parent's face mask. One thing for sure, wherever you find the action, where you find King Clancy.
Well, I think he's trying to help get that face mask somehow. He's certainly got lots of protection.
That protection that Bill Hewitt was referring to was the quartet of New York police officers that surrounded King. Otherwise, he probably would have been mobbed by that partisan New York crowd. They escorted King back to where he was sitting on the other side of the ice, and he was none the worse for wear.